Good day, everyone. Welcome again to the Inspiration Series for the World Photographic Cup. And today I'm really excited to be talking to Felix Barra of Mexico. He lives in a beautiful part of Mexico in Cancun, I understand, which is a fabulous place for visitors to come to your country. And we welcome you and thank you very, very much for sharing your knowledge, your experience in our photographic world. Let me ask first, Felix, tell us a little bit about your background. I assumed one thing, and when we were talking, literally, you're going, no, wrong. Tell us who you are and where you're from and your history.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Don, for the invitation. And well, talking about that, I am a photographer since more than 30 years ago. Uh, I studied photography in Mexico City. I was born there. And I am doing commercial photography since that age of eyes, many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Then this is what I do to live. And we are talking later about how I do my images, wedding images, and everything. Most people think that I run this kind of business, but it's one of my business. My main business is a commercial one, and I took these photographs of the weddings in one of my business.
Very good. Very good. Now, tell me a little bit about, I've seen several of your images over the years, and where do you get your inspiration from? Do you reach out to other photographers? Do you read books? How do you keep that unique vision that you seem to have for your photographs?
Well, I'm consider myself like a big consumer of images. I consume photography all day long. We have a lot of tons of images in our hands every minute. Then uh, now we can consume everything very easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I am do myself this consummation every time that I can. I have several kinds of uh, uh, how can I say inspiration guys that I follow, but I try to see a lot of kind of photography. I have myself different visions for different kind of photography. Then I consume a lot of styles for saying.
Okay.
Then this is one of the ways.
Okay.
Other ways, I think the style or the inspiration comes. How do you live? Where do you live? That you says I live in a very beautiful place, uh, surround a beautiful nature. I love to travel as well. Then I love to know or a new place or new environment. I love to discover the world. So everything is inspiration if you say it like that.
So what I'm hearing you say, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that where you live and the culture of the area that you live in does influence you, but you also draw upon experiences and from other cultures in your travels. Am I putting that together in a sentence for you?
Yeah. Well, Mexico as a country is a very wide country with a lot of color, a lot of different cultures around it. And then we have different kind of influences from one place to other. We have all the seasons, all the environments here. We have beaches, we have mountains, we have forests, we have desert. So Mexico is super rich on that.
Okay. Let me ask a question coming back to your experience with the World Cup. Um, you've done very well. You've been recognized for some of your images, and we're proud of you for that. Has that um, recognition helped you in your business? Has that recognition helped you relate to the other communities of photographers around the world?
Big time, big time. It's for sure is a before and after. The World Photographic Cup, it's a huge window for the world. So I have a lot of new connections after that, and I have a lot of how can I say my vision of the photography changed a lot by myself, but my exposure changed a lot too. The recognition, of course, is huge, a big after and before.
That's exciting. I'm pleased to hear you say that. One thing I'll jump in here and say, though, folks that are listening, is please click the button that says subscribe on the video things. It does help us keep this project going. So we'd really appreciate you reach out and go push on that button.
Sure. Of course.
What I'd like
the button. right here. Push it.
I'm going to share my screen now, Felix, and I'm going to look at 2 or 3 different images of yours. And one of them in particular, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about. Let me close down a couple of things we don't need. And there we are. Close this one too. Okay. I want to look at this image first. This is a pretty amazing image. And
Thank you.
I mean, coming from a wedding background, because I've been a wedding photographer most of my career, I can talk about this image, I bet, but I want you to tell us what inspired you, what drove you to, and what did you see in this image?
Okay. In this image, the bride on the image is my wife. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We was celebrating an anniversary, and we have a travel in Arizona. Okay. A vacation. In this image and in other image that I like by myself, I like to involve the landscape,
the environment, yes,
the environment with the subject. Okay, in this particular case was a fun story because I don't know where we are going to be. Okay, that was a new place, but my wife was carrying she's dressed. We walk a lot of time. We spend a lot of time to get in the place. We arrived the place. We have to wait for the space because was a little another tourist there, and was very special moment for us. Okay, when I saw the place, and I was there, the inspiration comes to me, and I shoot several shots very quick because the people was waiting for going in the space. Okay, I tried to do it in other place in Arizona that the name is The Wave, but I don't know that they have to win a lottery to get in or make an appointment with many months in advance. Okay, then when I arrived to the place, they told me, no, if you don't have it, you can go there. Then I have to find another place, and that place was maybe an hour, 2 hours away from we are, and we take the ticket and let's go.
Felix, one of the things that's been a big passion of mine over my career is composition. And I see and hear, I mean, I could talk about this image myself a lot, but I want to turn it back to you because this is your image. Talk to us about the composition and the strength of the composition in this photograph.
Okay. As you see, the environment, the rocks has a pattern, right? And the pattern goes in one direction and turns, and a spot when my wife is, okay? And the dress melt in this pattern perfectly. Then the composition that I thought first, I take the thirds, okay? I put it in 1/3, but I like to play with this to start, but I try to make another options. But when I play with another kind of composition rule, for example, the lips and the golden rate,
Yep.
the pattern of the rock fit on one another, and I switch with another composition rule and fit the pattern of the rocks and my wife too. Then I feel like was a win-win in composition, and I put it in that place.
Let me help you a little bit with the English side of things here, which your English is great. You said it wasn't, but
no,
it's
sorry
great.
about it.
No, it's great.
Everybody,
it's great
forgive me about it. My
It's
English
great.
is Tarzan English. Please forgive me.
No, you're doing great. For me, what I see in here, and I think this is what you were saying, repetition of design and repetition of color are two of the most powerful influences in a visual image. And you're using the rule of thirds. You're using leading lines, but there's also this, repetition of the design of these flowing lines and the clouds above it. Am I putting into English what you were saying?
Yep, perfectly.
Great. Okay, let me look at another image, which I want to hear the story on this other one for sure. And it is right here. This is obviously a wedding made through your business down in Cancun. So talk to us. How did you make this image? Obviously, you're underwater, but tell us all about it. And technically, how did you do it?
Okay, I love to do underwater photography. Is one of my passions. So my friends told me, I have good news. I have to tell you, we are going to marry. Okay. Then I told my friend, I want to give you as a present, wedding present, a picture, okay? And then my friend is good, he's very good underwater, and his wife, it's aquapilates instructor, so she's very good underwater as well. And I tell them, let's do it something underwater, okay? And they say, let's do it, and they dress up before the wedding with this outfit, and we go inside the water. Technically, this is not too deep, okay? Maybe 1 meter and 20 centimeters deep. It's very shallow, so they can stand up by themselves and breathe, okay? Then technically I have to go to the bottom, take my breath, holding, go down, and waiting for them. We're talking about the position of the scene, and we repeat different times, and we have this shot.
What kind of lighting did you use? Is it natural light? Did you have any accessory lighting for this?
Okay, in this one, as I said, it was very shallow, okay? And was, as you said, the shadows in the bottom, noon of the day. So the sun was very, very high, very bright, and that's the first source of light, okay, in this image. And then I have two flashes on my camera with big arms, and I use it as a fill. I fill my subjects with these strobes, underwater strobes, of course.
That's pretty exciting. I look at this and go, like you said, this is in a swimming pool, but the bottom doesn't look like a swimming pool. It looks like you're in the ocean.
Yeah, because this particular pool, this is the idea of this particular pool. It's a big, big, big round lagoon, and the bottom of the pool, it's natural. It's
okay.
It's very, very, very cool.
Good. Let me ask you a couple other questions here as we move on just a little bit.
Yep.
Have you had any story you can share, an experience you had in your photography, something that has really impacted your career, something that will forever stay in your mind?
Well, for example, as I said, I love underwater images, okay? Then one of my followers in Instagram sent me a message and told me, Felix, I want to do underwater pictures to myself and my boyfriend. And I said, okay, can you come to Bacalar tomorrow, 6 a.m. of and take the photos? And I said, no, of course not. Doesn't work like that. Tell me, what do you want to do and everything. And then I want to do like this picture, this kind of picture with my boyfriend. And I said, no, we have to produce this kind of images, right? When do you want to do it? We can try to do something. And they want to do it in a cenote. Cenote is a whole thing, very deep, different challenging. And I said, if you are a very, very good swimmer, we can do that there. But if you don't, it's better not. And exactly in this same pool was the pandemic, and the pool and the whole hotel was shut down, completely closed. Nothing happens, okay? And I asked to the manager of the hotel, hey, can I do some images there? They told me, you can do it, of course. And I tell them, do you want to do it there? We can do it. And she told me, yes, we can do that, but you should to sign some kind of no disclosure commitment and contract. And okay, why is that? No, because my boyfriend is a little bit famous guy, and I said, okay, I can sign it. And then when she arrived, she's boyfriend was the singer of Rammstein, this group, Il Lindemann. Okay, and okay, I said, okay, let's do it. I received them in the hotel. I know the guy. The guy is super. That he was asleep in the van, super upset because she was lost in the highway. And then I received him with a beer. Hey, please, come on, relax. We have a great time before the go inside the pool, and then I shoot these portraits with them, and the hotel was completely empty, solo, alone. Okay, and he was playing with her and with me. Wow, imagine! Oh, take care! It's an alien coming from there, a zombie. And I told them, what if we roll a video, your next video clip, here in the hotel, completely empty? And he turned and told me, "Do you can do that?" Of course, I can. Let's do it. And then we start to do it, and we film one video clip for the guy that it's an amazing, amazing project on my life. I produce them. It's a big example that you're talking about what's happened when you are in the World Photographic Cup. The doors open big, wide, right?
That's exciting. That's very, very exciting. And I'm sure it was a fun experience for your client as well, doing something that's really, really quite unique. Let me again return to ask our folks that are watching this video to hit the subscribe button. Every video that's produced is a little bit different. Some have tips and tricks and ideas and concepts. Some just keep you inspired, such as some of the stories we're hearing from Felix, which is awesome to be able to hear that. Felix, I want to thank you for helping us today with our inspiration video. I look forward to seeing more of your images as we move forward, and hopefully meeting you in person one of these fine days.
Of course.
And
I will try to be there for this year in Quito.
Well, then let me say that. Let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you that beer and see if we can have just as much fun. But I look forward to that. And thank you again for contributing, and have a great day down in sunny Cancun. Thank you.
Thank you.